Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Trying to get to the 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. I need about 80, about 70 more. So subscribe. Now, let's just get into it. So Michigan just finished playing Maryland. Final score was 38-7. And honestly, we really didn't play that good, y'all. I'm going to just be 100. We really didn't play that well. Game started off fast. We were up 14-0 fast, and Giles Jackson, shout out to Giles, he took back a kick return like 96 yards. Then the offense just wasn't really clicking or anything like that. It hasn't really clicked all year to me with passing and running, but the running game really went kind of slow for us today, and we had some big gains, but we only rushed for like 155 yards, and we threw for like 170, I want to say. Shea was 59%, 151 yards, and a TD. Shea was inconsistent, kind of the same stuff, man. If we can't run the ball, they were stopping us, and we couldn't get a good, consistent running game when we wanted to. If we have to put it on the passing game, Shea just looks average for the most part. It's just what it is. He had a deep ball to Nico. We throw our one deep ball to Nico. He catches it, but Shea underthrows it. I haven't seen him throw a deep ball to Nico in stride all year. Like, they're always underthrown. And before y'all say, oh, that's what they want to do is underthrow it. No, you underthrow it if they're neck and neck. But Nico has a step on him. You want to put it ahead of him so he can catch it and continue to run and score a touchdown off it. Nico gets all these deep balls, and they're right on the spot. As soon as he's catching it, and the DB is on top of him, basically, and he's just too little. But it's the same old stuff. So The defense played well. They didn't really give up too much. Only a couple things I got about the defense. Don Brown. I don't know why you want to run the 3-3-5. It doesn't work. It has to be a very offensive line that we're going against that is horrible for you to even try to do that to be successful. If not, you're gonna give up some yards. And we gave up some yards at first because he was trying to run a 3-3-5. You can't do it. We ain't got no cupcakes or whatever. These are Power 5 conference teams. You can't do it consistently. If you do, they're going to consistently get yards. And that's what they were doing at first, getting those yards off of that, moving it. They had their only score came off a kick return. First half, they had a couple drives go in our territory, but one of them, a pass Dana hit their quarterback while he was throwing, and Metellus came up with a pick. Shout out to Metellus. And then the other one, their kicker missed the field goal. But it ain't really much to talk about on this one, y'all. I said it was going to be a blowout. We could have put up, if we played well, we could have put up 60. We didn't play that good, and we still blew them out 38-7. So it is what it is. Shout out to Charbonnet. Charbonnet broke the Michigan freshman running back touchdown record, which was 9, I want to say. And he scored 2 today, so he got 11. So he will probably have 15, 16 touchdowns by the end of the year, if maybe more. Because some games we can't throw it. We throw it down there, and then he just runs it in and gets like 3 touchdowns. So shout out to Charbonnet. Haskins looked like he was running hard. True had 50 yards, got most of them on one play. But all I can really say about this game was, Gaddis, the play calling, you get a couple good plays, but honestly, for the most part, Loxley, the way he runs, his offense looks almost a little more like speed and space than what Gaddis is trying to do. I saw some plays from his that he called that had more speed and space than what we had. Because some of his plays, the guys had space, but our players are just better than most of theirs, and we were able to get off of blocks and keep it to a minimal gain. Where if we run those plays, who knows how many yards we might get. But I'm not sure if that's Gaddis or if that's Harbaugh with his hand in it. Who knows? I mean, it's all season, so nobody really knows who really has their hands on the play call all the way. Because Gaddis might want to do something and Harbaugh tells him to do this or whatever. So who knows? But this is a short one, y'all. I knew it was gonna be a blowout, and we didn't play well, really. We played all right. I wasn't impressed by anything we did besides Giles Jackson and that touchdown, and Nico just being a beast. But that's what Nico does, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nico went pro, because his film is going to speak louder than his actual numbers, because he gets one deep ball a game, and I say 75% of the time he catches it. If he doesn't catch it, it's usually pass interference. But if he gets his hands on a deep ball, he's coming down with it. Because most of these balls are underthrown, and he has to stop and make a play on it with a defender right on his hip. So his film is gonna have his stock raised, even though he's playing with Shea. He's getting these catches in spite of bad throws. Like, the throws aren't good. He's getting these catches in spite of the throw being bad. But yeah, so I wouldn't expect to see Nico back next year. But besides that, this was just a complete victory, but we didn't really play well. And Harbaugh, at the end of the half, I would have called a timeout. I would have used my timeouts earlier. When they had the ball, he kind of let the clock run out for the most part. Then he called a timeout on that third down, which left us with enough time to try to field goal. Moody missed it, and that was the end of the half. Nordine came back, and we saw him get the last the field goal to make it 35-38. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. It was a good victory, good win. I mean, ain't much to complain about, ain't much to really talk about. I mean, I knew what to expect out of this one. But we got Michigan State in 2 weeks at home in Michigan, so I'll probably do a video on that next week, or talk about something. I got to talk football, some Michigan next week, even though the game isn't for 2 weeks. So all I know is Michigan State's they lost their running back. They lost their middle linebacker, and he was good. He's 100 tackle. He's a 100 tackle a year linebacker. He's good, and he's the leader of the defense. So that should make it easier to run on them and do what we want to do. But D'Antoni will have them ready to play. So it's a rivalry game. We're their biggest rival. They hate us just like OSU hates us. So don't be surprised if they just come out and they play hard at least, and give it everything they got, and throw everything at us that they got in the bag to try to come up with some offense, because their offense is abysmal. We think our offense is bad. Theirs is horrible. But as always, like, share, subscribe. I need the subscribers. The audio will be on the Anchor app and some of the other streaming apps. The link will be in the bio. If you want to drop a donation, feel free. The links are in the bio. The link for the audio will be in the messages. It'll be at the top of the messages. But as always, go blue.